Every time you subscribe to my channel, your name, I'm like the Grinch. I'm stealing all of your names and using it to make a massive Psyduck. And this Psyduck will grow and unlock different features at different stages until we reach the final subscriber goal. This is happening right now, as we speak. If you click subscribe, your name is in a Psyduck. That's what this entire video is. And I just want to explain why this is happening and why am I even doing this in the first place. And it's definitely not because I had 2 subscribers for my past 2 videos and traumatized. The real reason we're doing this is because I was walking through a Walmart last week and I found a sad, dejected Psyduck literally thrown on the floor. Pretty sure there was some spit on the back of his head. And I picked him up and I looked deep into his eyes and I realized I needed to do something for the Psyduck. And now I'm not the most talented person out there. I can't do art super well. I don't know how to roller skate, but I can code and I will use that to make this Psyduck real. So now I have an idea. I want to code something that's going to help this Psyduck become real, and I want to do it with my YouTube subscribers, but now comes the hard part of actually having to figure out how to do it. So I went and I looked online and I tried to figure out, well, the very first thing I want to do is get the list of all of my subscribers. It turns out YouTube has an API which is just a set of tools which basically says, this is exactly what you need. Have a list of all of your subscribers. So if you hit it and you're authenticated with your account, it'll go and give you a list of all your subscribers. Perfect. But now the question is, what happens if Tim Tom III comes along and clicks subscribe a minute ago? How does the list be smart enough to understand that there's new subscribers and continuously update it? And the way we're gonna do this is what I like to call a little bit of brute force. And we're just gonna hit that same endpoint over and over. And every time we see new names, we're gonna be like the Grinch and we're gonna funnel all of those names, all of you guys, we're gonna funnel you in a big rucksack and we're gonna throw you over into the old list. And that way, every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, the list is gonna populate itself and be really smart and intelligent, and we're gonna have that cycle. Boom! The code for that is complete. We got our very first subscriber, which is fantastic news. 1 of 2. Mind you. And now we have a system that can go and connect and be smart and get a nice updated list of names. Now all we need to do is make a Psyduck out of the names, and how hard could that be? Really? So easy. Easy. That's what I thought. I thought it would be easy. But little did I know, I was in for not so easy. The first thing I did was I looked for inspiration online and I looked around for all of these different pictures and I found this beautiful heart mosaic and it looked stunning. I said, this is exactly what I want to do. I want text to be different sizes and rotated differently, but all of it to fit perfectly in the shape of, in our case, would be Psyduck. Look how easy that is. That's so easy to do, honestly. And so the first step of doing that is get a picture of Psyduck so then we can understand which areas we can put names in and which areas we can't put names in. So I went and I looked online and I couldn't find any good pictures, so I opened up an AI model, ChatGPT or Midjourney, and I basically said, give me a picture of Psyduck. From no planet I'm on, is that a Psyduck? That's not a Psyduck. So I said, give me, the yellow aquatic Pokemon that always has headaches. Give me that exactly how it looks in the anime. That is not at all what I want. Not even remotely close. Give me the yellow Pokemon, with the web free, he's really closely related to like a psychic duck. Give me that Pokemon. Forget the transparent background, just give me that, please. Please. Turns out that Nintendo has hit a big fat lawsuit to all of these companies, and I really wish before I spent 2 hours looking at the most cursed images of Psyduck, I would have known that. Literally, these are the most cursed images you will ever see. These will traumatize you. And my smart self just kept prompting it over and over and over, thinking that I was just bad at prompting. No, this is terrible. So we can't use this to get a picture of Psyduck. And none of the pictures online are good, so I went and I downloaded a low quality image and I used AI to upscale it, and now we have something we can use. Perfect. The next thing we want to do is we want to create masks. The way that masks work is they basically tell the code, hey, put a name in the white space, don't put it in the dark space. And we can do that for the overall silhouette and also for the different colors that we want to do. So almost like a coloring book where you section off areas and you say, well, this color is gonna be yellow, this color is gonna be red. That's exactly what we're doing. We're gonna go and create those masks. Boom, the masks are created. Now we can go and tell the code, use this to understand where to position the names and where to color the names and how to color the names. Absolutely magnificent. And now comes probably the most intelligent decision I've made. I decided let's make it for 10,000 subscribers, so that's gonna be our goal. And let's try to fit that within a 1600 by 1600 pixel of a duck. Turns out that math doesn't work so well. And for days and days and days, I'm sitting here trying to get, and I wanted it to look really good, so I wanted the first couple of subscribers to have bigger names and have it rotated and have it look really, really nice and dynamic. It turns out the math is really, really complicated. And for days, and days and days and days, I stared at the most cursed images of Psyduck that made me lose my sanity. I saw cursed hieroglyphics, I saw blocks which were not even remotely conforming to the masks. I saw overlaps of all of the names just stacked on top of each other, which crashed the browser like 18 times. Eventually, 5 days later, I came to the realization that maybe this isn't the best approach. And after half of my sanity was gone and I was losing my absolute mind, I took a step back and I said, let's try a new approach. Let's try to get a Psyduck to load reasonably well and just sort of not complicate this so much. And so the idea is we're just gonna have the names go simply across. There's not gonna be any scale or rotation or anything crazy. The math becomes a lot more simple. The load times are going from 10 minutes to less than a second. And this is how the code looks. We have the code complete and we have a Psyduck on the screen, which loads without breaking the browser. It is a miracle. It's a miracle. I don't think you realize how much effort it took to even just get to this point. But we have something that is remotely close to our goal, which is fantastic. Now the final thing is a little bit of extra tweaking, like when we hit certain goals, I want certain thing to happen. The biggest thing being at 1.5k subscribers, I want a bandana. This is the code, the bandana is implemented. We've seeded it with fake subscribers because I think at this point I have 4 subscribers. But we seeded it with fake subscribers so we can see overall how it's gonna look and have a better visual representation of what we're actually doing. Now we have a Psyduck. The Psyduck looks phenomenal. He looks beautiful. We're gonna clean up the UI because that's what makes a product really, really polished. You need it to look really, really good. The UI has been polished. He's looking a little funky. He's got a nice little backdrop. And the next thing I want to do is I want to add a feature for you where you can even search your name. And if you're one of the first 3,500 subscribers to the channel, you'll be able to see exactly where your name is located on the Psyduck. We implemented the code for that and he is looking stunning and I feel like I can actually breathe a little bit now, which is amazing. It's phenomenal. Now we have a Psyduck that's created. The Psyduck is populated with names. He's got different thresholds. We're gonna cap it at 3,500 so that we can actually load this and make it feasible. And if we do end up ever getting to 3,500 subscribers, I will go and make a part 2 of this video where I will add in either other Pokemon or create another scenery. But I want to continuously add to this project so eventually we'll have a whole massive picture with just every single name of everyone who subscribes. I think that's gonna be super, super cool. Now, the final step is I need your help. I need you to subscribe to this channel. And of course, because YouTube is really finicky about stuff, if you want to be seen on this Psyduck, your subscriptions need to be public. In order to do that, it's just a quick change on your settings and really doesn't change too much at all. You're just gonna go into the top right corner, click on your profile, scroll down and you're gonna find settings. Go down into privacy and make sure the subscriptions tab right at the top where it says keep all my subscriptions private, you want that to be turned off. Once you do that, your name will be populated on the Psyduck within about 10 to 15 minutes. And this video cost me my sanity. The biggest thing that was really, really troublesome was I work coding all day, and so after I worked coding all day, I then went and coded more with the Psyduck, and it actually was soul crushing. This was actually like a soul-crushing project. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be doing more videos and more content and stuff, and I'm super excited to just get this video done, and I will see you next time.